So it's Joshua Filler.
Oh, how about another golden one to finish?
Shane Van Bonden. Team Asia!
The 2024 season started in earnest in January, where, like every year, the Caesars Southern Indiana Casino in Elizabeth, USA, hosts an event that always attracts the attention of fans around the world, the Derby City Classic.
Hit the point, had the plenty of speed, we got away with it.
The tournament featured 4 events: the Bigfoot 10-ball challenge, 9-ball banks, 1 pocket and 9-ball. In 3 categories, Joshua Filler proved to be unrivaled, winning the 9-ball bank pool and Bigfoot challenge. But the winner of 1 pocket was Fedor Gorst.
Yeah, poor Shane, and nothing you do. Gorst played super good. Shane didn't get major.
2024 season has started to gain momentum in end of February with CSI Expo Las Vegas, hosting 10 days of thrilling competition. The Las Vegas Open concluded in a spectacular fashion as Filipino billiard sensations Cheska Centeno and Lee Van Corteza emerged victorious, clinching the women's and men's titles respectively. Carlo Biado completed Filipino dominance in Vegas by becoming the new men's world 10-ball champion, taking down Naoyuki Oi from Japan in an exciting final. At the end of March, the best players in the world met in the USA, Connecticut, competing in a 3-stage Premier League pool by Matchroom. The final 4 were reached by Shane Van Boening, who faced the younger of the Ko brothers, while in the second match met Joshua Filler with Ko Pin Yi. Many hoped that the final would be a duel between the Ko brothers, but these hopes were dashed by Shane Van Boening, who defeated Ko Ping Chung and advanced to the final match. The final match was very close until the score of 4-4, but then Shane pulled away from his opponent, winning the match 7-4 and winning the title.
SVB Shane Van Bonden.
Going forward, I need to mention about World Pool Masters, which this year was held in Hildesheim, Germany. Like every year, 16 of the best players compete against each other in a single elimination format. The first semi-final commenced with a mouth-watering matchup featuring defending champion Ko Pin Yi and the 2022 World Pool Masters champion Joshua Filler, both eyeing their second World Pool Masters title. The second semi-final concluded with a grudge match between the British player Jason Shaw and the American sensation Fedor Gorst, seeking vengeance after his defeat to Shaw in the Hanoi Open last year.
And is that the moment when Fedor Gorst's brave bid to turn this match around comes to an end?
In both matches, we could watch a beautiful display of the game at the highest world level, but it was Joshua Filler and Fedor Gorst who emerged victorious from their matches, completing the final lineup. In the final, very close clash, it was Joshua Filler who took a 12-10 lead and was just 1 rack away from winning in front of his home crowd. But it was then that Fedor Gorst mounted an incredible comeback to win the entire tournament after a perfect break and run in deciding round.
It's quite a Fedor in his cap. He was 10-8 up, he lost all of the next 4 racks.
At 2024 UK Open, we could see many sensational results where the biggest favorites were eliminated quite early, what opened a big chance for Mieszko Fortunski and Robbie Capito, who reached the last match of tournament. For both players, it was a debut at this level of competition, which was very visible during the final match. However, it was Robbie Capito who kept his cool, and after a very close match, he defeated Mieszko 13-10, winning his first major ranking title.
Celebrate now! What a result!
Going forward, we reached the World 9-Ball Championship organized this time in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, which was a tournament that everyone was waiting for because of the highest ever prize money of $1 million US, where winner takes 250,000. As the biggest surprises of this tournament, we can spot some big names like Albin Ocean, Joshua Filler, Jason Shaw or Shane Van Boening, who lost their chances before quarterfinals. But as the biggest shock, we definitely need to mention defending champion Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, who lost in last 64 against Mickey Krause.
The golden one to finish. The greatest moment Mickey Krause has had.
In Final Four, we could see two big favorites Fedor Gorst and Ekland Kaci. However, as strong contenders were Wojciech Szewczyk and Filipino Johan Chua. And this time, experience turned to be the key as both of favorites advanced to the final after very tough and close battles.
Of Albania, for the very first time, is into
Everyone expected a great final, and it was no different because in dramatic deciding rack, after shocking turn of events, Fedor Gorst got his golden chance to finish remaining layout on the table to win a match and his second World 9-Ball title. This victory not only crowned Fedor Gorst as the top player on the World 9-Ball Tour, but also etches his name in history as the youngest ever to win multiple World Pool Championship titles. After the biggest ranking tournament in the calendar, we had a 2-month break followed by the European Open played in Fulda, Germany. The last final match reached Filipino Johan Chua, who defeated an American star Shane Van Boening in semi-final, while in the second match we could see another sensation where Mickey Krause survived extremely tense match against Skylar Woodward and advanced to the final.
Woodward 6-0, the American was all.
After winning the bronze medal at the World 9-Ball Championship, Johan Chua was a very strong favorite to win the final game, but to everyone's surprise, it was Viking Mickey Krause who showed better play, winning 13-8, which was another sensation this season.
Wins the house! And the Great Dane is European Open champion!
After the European Open came the tournament that all pole billiard fans had been waiting for, the US Open, because this event was supposed to give us a very important answer to the question of whether Fedor Gorst will be able to win the Triple Crown this season. In a tense first semi-final, world champion Fedor Gorst faced 2014 world champion Niels Fayen, with both players vying for their first US Open title. Meanwhile, Shane Van Boening showcased his experience and skill against Joshua Filler. The first match saw a back-and-forth exchange, with Fayen narrowing the gap through strategic safety play and by capitalizing on Gorst's errors. The world champion then cleared the table to secure an 11-6 victory, booking his place in the US Open final for the second time. In second semi-final, the 5-time champion surged ahead to 8-3, but a foul in the 12th rack and a scratch in 15th rack allowed Filler to close the gap further.
Has he drawn it into the corner?
The South Dakota Kid then secured the final racks, defeating Filler 11-7 and moving one step closer to his dream of a record-breaking 6th US Open title.
And still alive, Shane Van Boening beats Joshua.
All eyes were on the exciting finale where Fedor had a chance to do something unique, while Shane Van Boening was counting on a record 6th triumph in this event.
And that is it. What an honor for Barry Behrman.
The extremely determined Gorst dazzled the crowd with his effective play, defeating Shane 13-10. Fedor Gorst not only won his first US Open Championship title, he became the first player ever to hold the titles of US Open Champion, World Pool Masters, and World Pool Champion simultaneously.
The winner of $50,000, Fedor the Ghost Gorst.
I need to mention Joshua Filler, who claimed the World 8-Ball Championship with a thrilling 10-8 victory over Julian Su in the final. This marks Filler's first World 8-Ball title, along with the $75,000 top prize.
So it's Joshua Filler, our new World 8-Ball champion. He beats
On the other hand, two-time Women's World 10-Ball champion Rubilen Amit achieved her dream by winning her first World 9-Ball title. The Bingkai from the Philippines defeated Siming Shen in the final to claim the 2024 Women's World 9-Ball title and $50,000 top prize.
World 9-Ball champion. And the crowd is going wild.
After these events, all eyes moved to Vietnam, where after last year's huge success, the second edition of the Hanoi Open tournament was to take place, with Jason Shaw the defending champion. Jason Shaw's hopes of defending his title from last year ended in the quarterfinals, where he lost to Chinese Taipei representative Ko Pin-yi after a very close and dramatic match. The Asian semi-finals featured Ko Pin-yi against Jeffrey Roda and Carlo Biado against Johan Shua. In the first match, Ko Pin-yi won a very confident victory, dominating his opponent, while in the duel between two Filipinos, Johan Shua turned out to be the better one, defeating Carlo Biado after a very interesting match. The final match was a duel of experience and freshness. Until the score of 9-7, the match was quite even, and it was difficult to predict who would be the winner, but then the Filipino launched an effective attack, winning all the subsequent racks and winning his first major ranking title in beautiful style.
For the first time, Asia's major has gone to one of Asia's finest, because Johan Shua.
After the Hanoi Open, all eyes were still on Asia, as the highly anticipated event of the inaugural Reyes Cup was to take place in Manila, Philippines. Everyone wondered if the team led by the legend Efren Reyes will be able to beat Team Europe, whose captain was to be Carl Boyce. After the first day, it was clear that this competition could be very exciting, as Team Asia took the lead 3-2. However, on the second day there was a shocking result, as Team Europe were unable to win a single match, which resulted in Team Asia taking a very comfortable and high lead of 7-2.
On day 2 of
During the third day, Team Europe were still unable to compete with their rivals, which meant that Team Asia was leading 9-3 before the last day of the competition, with only a small step separating them from a historic victory. Everyone wondered if Team Europe would be able to rise and make a spectacular comeback, but despite an outstanding performance by Jason Shaw, the final step was taken by Aloysius Yap, who defeated Francisco Sanchez Ruiz 5-1 and secured Team Asia a historic triumph.
Aloysius Yap has put the cap on the inaugural Reyes Cup.
This tournament turned out to be a huge success on many levels, but above all, it was the crowning achievement of the career of the great Efren Reyes, who was the captain of Team Asia, and the entire competition was named after him.
Team Asia!
At the 2024 Women's World 10-Ball Championship, Christina Tkach claimed her first ever world title, defeating Korean Princess Seo Soa in a roller coaster match that lasted over 4 hours and included 30 intense racks and many turn-off events. In the final match, Soa won the first set, taking it 4-1, but the match changed after a crucial mistake by Soa in decider of second set, who scratched on the 9-ball, handing Tkach the opportunity to equalize and win the set.
Instead of being down 2-0, she finds herself tied.
In the third set was 3-3 again, where Tkach missed the 1-ball, allowing Soa to clear the table and take the set. In the fourth set, we could see another dramatic roller coaster where Tkach won 4-3 to tie the match 2-2, setting up a dramatic fifth and deciding set.
The crystal.
The final score was 3-2 in sets, with Tkach taking home the $50,000 prize, while Soa earned $30,000 for her runner-up finish.
Tina Tkach, your women's world 10-ball champion. Tim Bermuder and George.
2024 season ended with one of the most exciting tournaments, which undoubtedly is Mosconi Cup. Jason Shaw and Skylar Woodward as captains of both teams, they selected the best players throughout the season to fight for the final triumph. For Team USA, it was a great chance to recover from 4 defeats in a row, and they were led by the great South Dakota kid, Shane Van Boening, who officially became the all-time leader in Cup appearances with 18, moving him ahead of longtime teammate Johnny Archer and Team Europe legend Ralph Suke of Germany. After day 1, Team Europe was only 3-2 up after spectacular fightback by Team USA, where Tyler Steyer and Skylar Woodward won their single matches.
Skylar Woodward, the sky is the limit for him.
The second day of the competition saw very motivated Team USA, who managed to reach 4-4, but the last 2 matches of the day were won by Team Europe, who increased their overall lead to 6-4. The third day of the competition was probably the key one, as despite winning the opening match, Team USA lost the next 3 matches, which meant that going into the final day, Team Europe had a very comfortable 9-5 lead and were just 2 matches away from another prestigious win.
Jason Shaw.
Team USA were still hoping for a spectacular comeback on day 4 in front of their home crowd in Orlando, but after losing their opening match to Team Europe, they were in extremely bad position.
Oh my word. He is stressed out again. Apologies for the language.
A bit of hope was put into their hearts by Fedor Gorst, who after a dramatic match and a 4-0 lead, defeated Viking Mickey Kraus 5-4, but in the next match the formalities were fulfilled by Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, who defeated Team USA captain Skylar Woodward, and the 5th victory in a row of Team Europe became a fact.
Get on that table, lads! You've come to...
With this victory, Europe adds another illustrious chapter to the Mosconi Cup's storied history, leaving fans eager to see what the next edition will bring.
Mosconi Cup champions, Team
The 2024 season was undoubtedly unique and full of events that delighted and shocked fans around the world. One of the surprises of this season was the performance of Ekland Kachi, who apart from a very good performance in the World 9-Ball Championship, was eliminated very early in most tournaments. His injury and hand surgery undoubtedly had a key impact on his final performance this season. One of the biggest positive surprises of this season was certainly the achievement of Mickey Kraus, who won the prestigious European Open in great style and stormed his way into Team Europe for the Reyes Cup and Mosconi Cup.
Great Dane is European Open champion!
However, when it comes to the greatest progress, it is certainly necessary to mention the disposition and achievements of Johan Chua. Semi-finalist of the World 9-Ball Championship, runner-up in the European Open, and finally winner of the Hanoi Open and Reyes Cup. Not only these achievements, but also the style in which the Filipino played made him a very serious candidate to become a top player in the world, who will be able to regularly fight for the highest goals.
And even the last little...
When choosing the best player of the 2024 season, no one has any doubts that it is Fedor Gorst. The 2019 World 9-Ball champion rose to the heights of his abilities this season, and the level he presented led him to win a historic Triple Crown in a single season, something no one has managed to do so far. His enormous skills and self-confidence have taken him to the final stages of most major events and placed him at the top of the rankings, where he will surely stay for a very long time. The most exciting moment of the 2024 season must be mentioned as the inaugural Reyes Cup tournament, which was undoubtedly something that fans from all over the world had been waiting for. The tournament was named after the great and legendary Filipino Efren Reyes, and it was undoubtedly a very moving moment for him as well as many Asians for whom he has been very special from the very beginning. This tournament was the crowning achievement of the beautiful career of the legend who turned 70 this season and yet still competes in tournaments all over the world, enchanting us with his extraordinary skills.
There you have it, Efren Reyes.
I am sure that the next editions of this event will be increasingly popular and will be as exciting as the Mosconi Cup.